Okay, we are here at eMetrics. So Rudy and I are going to do a man on the street, and we're going to try to find out how much the general population really know about web analytics. Excuse me, sir. Can I borrow you for 1 second? 1 second? Just one quick question I want to ask you. What do you know about web analytics? It's good? Web analytics is good? Do you say that you prefer first-party cookies or third-party cookies on websites that you serve? Okay, thank you. You ever heard of cookies? What are cookies?
Tracking devices that are good plan in your computer.
Do you think, we're kind of getting an opinion, do you think cookies are good or bad?
Depends.
Depends on what?
Type of site.
Do you delete your cookies often? Just to feel safer? Is web analytics hard or is web analytics easy?
That depends on how deep you want to get with it. I think it can be easy to understand things like how many unique visitors your site gets in a day or in a month, how many times your ads are getting clicked. You can get super intricate to that. You can start writing crazy algorithms that the average common person won't ever understand.
Okay, so one last question for you. Have you ever seen or heard of an eMer, a jojoba, or an avalanche?
No.
Okay, thank you so much. Can I ask you guys a couple questions? You got a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, we are here at a conference that deals with web analytics. Can you tell our audience, what is web analytics?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like people who are on the web a lot?
Yeah? You ever heard of web analytics?
What? What did y'all talking about?
We're talking about web analytics. So another question for you. If you had to trust an organization with your web data, would it be the government, Google, or Facebook? Who do you trust the most?
Facebook. Facebook. Government.
Why is that?
Because Facebook it's like it's public, but it's like a lot of people are on it, and it's like so you can't really hack it. Really, I don't know. You can.
People can hack.
I know, but
not really. But I think Facebook is a lot like.
It's a lot it's protective.
Okay, so
Like finding friends.
what do you think would be a good bounce rate for a website?
Yeah, Twitter or yeah.
If you had to describe a jojoba, what would you say a jojoba is if you had to guess?
Something that helps your website for privacy.
A website or that maybe gives out.
Awesome. What about an eMer? What is an eMer?
I was out of dictionary, but I'm like,
Okay. A couple of questions. We're doing a mini project here. We were wondering if we could ask you about what you know about web analytics.
Web?
Web analytics. What are web analytics?
Together is Sean. The guy.
Sean, come on over.
I am more sunglasses.
You're more sunglasses. Got it. Sean.
Yes.
What do you know about web analytics?
I have no idea about anything about it.
If you had to guess, what would you think web analytics is?
I can tell you.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Bounce rate? First touch? Last touch? Okay. If you had to guess, what is a jojoba?
A jojoba? A jojoba? A jojoba? First time I even heard that term. I've never heard it.
You never heard of jojoba?
Never.
eMer? You ever heard of an eMer? Okay, last one. Have you ever heard of an avalanche?
Avalanche. No.
Ah, okay. Thanks, Sean.
A jojoba?
Okay, so now, Rudy, let's see what the mafia thinks about web analytics.
What do you want to sell us?
We don't want to sell you anything. We're doing a quick survey as part of a work project. I was wondering if we could ask you a question. Have you guys ever heard of web analytics?
Sounds very tech.
No. If you had to guess, what do you think web analytics means?
It means you analyze webs. Anyway, we'll get to the point.
We're just trying to get a sense of how much people know about web analytics. Have you ever heard of cookies?
Yes.
What do you think about cookies?
I don't know. I just eat them once in a while.
Do you prefer first-party cookies or third-party cookies?
That doesn't matter. What's the point?
The point is just to know, we're trying to get a sense of awareness about the web analytics industry.
Well, you know, it's very complicated nowadays because technology has made it complicated. So we're going actually nowhere. We have become the slave to the fucking shit, which I don't like. And
I hear you.
okay, you got it.
So one last question.
Yes.
Who do you trust?
Nobody.
Government?
No one.
Facebook or Google? Who do you trust the
Trust
most?
no one.
Just no one.
Yes. That includes you guys.
I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Have you guys, we're doing part of a conference here. Have you ever heard of web analytics?
Sorry.
No. Have you ever heard of cookies? What would you say are cookies? Cookies. Oh, cookies. Cookies.
Cookie shop.
Cookie shop. Do you sell first-party cookies or only third-party cookies here?
First party?
First-party cookies.
So that's supposed to
And analytics. If you had to guess, what do you think web analytics is? You don't know? Have you ever heard of cookies? What do you think about cookies? Yummy. Have you ever heard of a bounce rate? What do you think a bounce rate is? If you had to guess. Financial. Have you ever heard of a jojoba?
Jojoba?
Jojoba.
Like the herb?
So jojoba is a herb? Herb. Okay. What about an emer? Have you ever heard of an emer?
No, stop it. No, I don't know anything. No.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Do you guys delete cookies?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. How often do you delete cookies?
every day.
Every day you delete cookies.
I don't have cookies.
Do you delete your first-party cookies or your third-party cookies?
Third party.
Third party. Definitely third party. Last question. Have you ever heard of a jojoba?
Jojo. It's virus or something?
Jojoba?
Yeah.
Haven't.
Is it a virus?
What do you think a jojoba is? A virus?
Yeah. It sounds like it. It's like Trojan, you know.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Awesome. And what about cookies? Do you delete your cookies?
Sometimes.
Do you delete first-party cookies or third-party cookies?
Mostly third.
Mostly third. Yep. And weird question for you here. Have you ever heard of a jojoba?
No.
If you had to guess, what do you think a jojoba is?
Some kind of bug.
Some kind of bug.
A beetle.
A beetle. What about an emer? Have you ever heard of an emer?
No, but it sounds like another animal.
Have you ever seen a pic? So you've never seen a picture of an emer?
I think so.
I don't think so. I don't think I've seen it either. So, Rudy, I'm getting really frustrated. We've not found anyone here who understands anything about web analytics. Please, let us just find one person who understands web analytics. I'm wondering, have you ever heard of web analytics?
Yeah,
What is it?
but I don't know.
What do you think web analytics is?
I don't, but I've heard about it. I think.
What do you think it is?
Analyzing people's web use.
Analyzing people's web use. What about cookies? Have you heard about cookies?
We know cookies.
What are cookies?
Cookies are little messages that get left on your computer to tell advertisers the kind of thing you might be interested in.
Look at you. Look at you.
You're good, Dad. I'll just continue eating my frozen yogurt.
Do you prefer first party or third party cookies?
I believe first-party cookies because I think my web browser throws out any cookie that it doesn't identify with a company or a product.
Okay. Do you think in general, do you think web analytics is hard or easy?
I think with enough data, it's probably pretty significant as to how hard it is. Statistics were never my strong suit.
Statistics are hard. What about a bounce rate? Have you ever heard of bounce rate? What do you think is a good bounce rate?
I don't know anything about bounce rate. I don't think I've heard of it.
Okay. So final question. What is it? Have you ever heard of a jojoba? If you had to guess, what do you think a jojoba is?
I've heard of all these things, but I can't figure out where I've heard of them or what they are.
I have heard the name jojoba, but I have no idea what it might
No
be.
idea. Have you ever heard of an emer?
No.
Okay. Avinash? Have you ever heard of an Avinash?
No, I'm afraid not.
No. Okay. Cool. Thank you guys so much for helping.
Thank you.
Sure, glad to help.